Hey everyone, welcome to today's webinar, the 10K in 30-day live weekly webinar. I am your host, Vanessa Simpkins from TakeYourPowerBackNow.com. And today we have special guest Chris Martinez. We're talking about how to turn your website into a client-getting machine. We're going to talk about the #1 biggest mistake that can kill your business. We're going to talk about online marketing, lead generation, juicy things, and I'm really excited that you're here joining us live today. I do want to make sure before we start that you can all hear me and that this wonderful and amazing technology is all working. So I'm going to ask you quickly just to type in your name and where you're from here in the chat and let us know that you can hear us. And while you're doing that, I'm also going to cover some really quick housekeeping because I do just want to jump into it. Our guest has some amazing content to share with you about how you can create your own portable, profitable business. So if you are a coach, consultant, healer, speaker, expert, online marketer, wannabe online marketer, expert, healer, speaker, trainer, and you want to take your business to the next level, maybe you have been in business already, maybe you're brand new, you are in the right place. And every week here on this live weekly webinar series, we talk about money, mindset, marketing, manifesting, and everything to do with growing your business. So I want to make sure that you guys can all hear me. Go ahead and type in the chat box your name and where you're calling from so that I know that you can hear me. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce you all to Chris. Welcome, Chris.
Hello. Super excited to be here.
Yay. I'm super excited to be here. You guys don't know this, but Chris and I are good friends. We are part of the same mastermind. And I'm really excited to share with you this amazing rock star online marketer because when I have my clients, when I work with them and they ask me, Vanessa, what do you do? How do you run your online marketing? I send them to talk to this guy right here. And so yeah, I am going to go ahead and do your due diligence and read your bio so people know how awesome you are. So Chris is a speaker, he's a marketing consultant, he's a sales trainer, he's an online video producer, CEO, and co-founder of the website websiteinfivedays.com. And yes, he can get your website created in 5 days. I know, crazy. He's an author of the Amazon #1 best-selling book, It's Not Just a Website, The Small Business Owner's Blueprint for Taking Your Business Online. And on today's webinar, he's going to cover really cool things. I'm going to actually just let him take it away because, Chris, you know how to do this. And awesome, everyone can hear us. Welcome, Christine, Rokia, Meg. We've got a bunch of people joining us. Welcome, welcome. Chris, the show is yours.
Awesome. I'm so excited to be here. I love speaking to entrepreneurs, specifically solo entrepreneurs, consultants, coaches, which I think is everybody that's on Vanessa's list. So let me pull up my presentation.
Awesome.
And can you all see it?
Yeah, we can.
All right. So the title of the presentation, as Vanessa said, is the Web Design and Digital Marketing Success Blueprint to help you get new clients fast. So I want to first of all thank you so much for investing in yourself and joining us on this webinar. I know that you've got tons of things to do, and I want to thank you for taking action and jumping on this. So today we're going to show you the exact blueprint to finally get a steady stream of new clients into your coaching, consulting, speaking, or solopreneur business with a quick and easy professional digital marketing system. So I know that that's something that business owners are always concerned about is how do I get more leads? How do I get more leads? So we're going to give you the exact blueprint that we use for ourselves as well as our clients to help them get new clients. And I promise you that at the end of the call, you'll be able to take all the information from this and implement and do some great things with your digital marketing and websites. So we want to start off with a poll question. So Vanessa, I think you had a question that you were going to ask everybody so we can kind of gauge the level of what you guys are understanding and what you're looking to learn.
Yeah, so we just want to know, what are your biggest frustrations and struggles when it comes to online marketing or your website? Go ahead and type it in the chat box. Just let us know, what is your biggest challenge right now when you think about online marketing or lead generation or your website for that matter. Maybe you're going to type in something like, I don't even have a website yet. I get too overwhelmed, and that's cool. We just want to know, so what are you struggling with? Help us to really gear. I always do this in all my presentations. I want to know where you're at so we can gear the presentation to help you. best, support you best from where you're at. So go ahead and type that in the chat box, your biggest frustration, your biggest concerns with online marketing and websites. Right.
Vanessa, if you could just shout them out. Yeah, just Vanessa, shout them out because I can't see them. Yeah. I can't see the chat right now.
So, so you know, while we do Webinar Jam, someone says how to reach clients and drive traffic to my brand new website.
I love it.
Yep, someone else is saying SEO.
Okay.
So search engine
optimization.
And then just so you know, there is a long delay here with Webinar Jam. So you can ask a question, but it's actually 18 seconds between when people hear the question on the other end.
18 seconds.
So far, it looks like search engine optimization and how to reach clients and drive traffic.
Awesome.
We have some amazing people. I just want to shout out. We have some people from France on here, from the US. We have people from all over the world. It's freaking amazing. Itzia's here. SEO again. How to write appealing text for my niche. Traffic, driving traffic, getting people to read my blog. Effective lead generation.
So I'll give you guys a little tidbit before we even get into it. So SEO is actually becoming like an outdated term. The new term is called content marketing. So when you're with your friends and they say, oh, how do you do your SEO? You say, actually, the new term is content marketing. And you'll look super smart.
Awesome. We have also writing copy that sounds like me and not all stuffy.
Good questions. All right. Should we move on?
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys so much for shouting those out, and we'll definitely cover everything, or try to cover everything that you requested. So here are the topics for today. There's a lot of them, so I'm going to go pretty quickly. So the 3 most common and profit-killing mistakes that coaches, consultants, speakers, and solopreneurs make with their website. How to cultivate true connections with new prospective clients through an impressive web presence. Receive more inbound calls from prospective clients who want to get started with you fast. The #1 tactic to turn your website from a stale waste of space into a new client machine. Find out how to get your website in front of your ideal clients every single day with no ongoing work from you. Gain instant respect and higher status before you ever even talk to a prospective new client. Find out how to turn referrals into clients without selling anything. And then finally, compel your clients to refer you more often with more effective digital marketing strategies. All right, so does this sound like you? Are you a non-techie who needs this to be explained in normal talk? Believe it or not, I never grew up very technical. I still don't consider myself a technical person. I'm a marketer and an entrepreneur first. Do you know that you need to do something online, but you can't seem to get started because there's just so much stuff? It's like information overload. Are you confused as to how to get more prospects for your business? I know that is a common thing for almost every small business owner out there. Do you want to learn how to get all this done in the quickest and easiest way possible? So it's all about implementation at the end of the day. Ideas are great, but at the end of the day, you need to be able to implement and execute. So if that's you, then you are absolutely in the right place. So I want to make sure that you pay attention. So make sure you take notes, use the chat box, and ask lots of questions. I'm taking time out of my busy schedule. I normally charge $500 an hour for a consultation, but I'm giving you all the goods that I've got today because you're an action taker. So make sure you turn off your phone, close your Facebook, grab something to take notes with, and then make sure that you stay until the very end because I do have a surprise gift just for you, just for staying on all the way through the presentation. So am I really that cool? I mean, I've been featured on things like NBC, ABC. I had a radio show on ESPN AM 1700, UT San Diego. I spoke at this thing called Startup Grind, which is like a forum for technology entrepreneurs. I've spoken in Mexico, actually, at this thing called Tijuana Novadora. I'm a best-selling author, and I'm a BNI member. I don't know if any of you guys joined BNI, but I've been a BNI member for, I think, going on 5 years. And Dr. Ivan Meisner, who started BNI, actually did the foreword for my best-selling book. So are you ready for a breakthrough? So my promise to you is that you will have at least one huge breakthrough today that can totally revolutionize your business. And if you don't, then I will do a free 30-minute call with you to make sure that you get that breakthrough. So that's my guarantee to you guys, just for staying on. So I want to start off, tell you a little bit about my story. So I was born in a city called Torrance, California, which is a suburb of LA. It's about 10, 15 minutes south of LAX airport, if you guys don't know where it is. I currently live in San Diego, and I had a relatively, what I call an interesting childhood. I think that you could best describe me as a juvenile delinquent growing up. And I got into lots of trouble, and this is the early 90s. And so, you know, I wanted to be a little gangbanger with all my little gangbanger friends, and we got into all kinds of trouble. We were like, you know, getting into fights, tagging on walls, doing the whole gangbanger thing, and wasn't smart. I'm not proud of it, but it is a part of my story. And I think that one of the only things that separated me from my friends who ended up just basically disappearing is that I played soccer, and I was a pretty good soccer player. And so while my friends were getting into trouble 7 days a week, I was only getting into trouble 3 days a week because I was playing soccer so much. So when I got to about high school, soccer really took over, and my hoodlum friends they literally disappeared. And my best friend, actually from middle school, ended up getting really involved with the gang thing, and he got shot and killed right after high school. And so I look back at that, and there's like no reason why that wouldn't have been me. Just, you know, luck of the draw why I didn't go down that route. So I ended up going to college. I went to UC Santa Barbara, go Gauchos, and then after college, I got a job working in sales, working for Pitney Bowes. And if you guys don't remember what that company is, they're still around, but they became a $1 billion company selling postage machines, which is a machine that literally just puts a stamp on an envelope. Not very exciting at all. Probably the most boring office equipment that you could possibly think of. But I did pretty well at it, and it was a great education. I became one of the youngest sales managers in the entire company, and things seemed to be going really well until they weren't. And so then in December of 2006, my dad got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He died within a month, 3 days before my 27th birthday. So then I decided that I was going to start my first business, and I launched this soccer magazine. It was the worst time in history to ever start a print magazine. So within about 18 months, the magazine was under. I was completely broke, close to $200,000 in debt. I had alienated myself from all my friends, and it was as bad as it could get. I mean, that was definitely the lowest point in my life. So then I had to make a decision. I decided to hit the restart button. And I decided, I remember going to the bankruptcy attorney and talking to him, and I was like, what should I do? And so I decided that I could pay off all this debt. So I had to get a job. And so I'm working at this job, and then, being an entrepreneur, we're never short on ideas. So I had an idea, and I was like, okay, I need to build a website. And I at the beginning of the call, I said that, I'd never been a technical person. So I didn't even like computers, even though the internet is not computers, the internet is marketing. So I decided I needed a website for this new idea. And I asked one of my friends, hey, how'd you get your website? And he's like, oh, I did it on WordPress. I say, what's WordPress? He's like, just Google it, you can figure it out. So I ended up watching videos, and I built my first website by watching YouTube videos. Actually, this was before YouTube, so it was just online videos. And then I started building more websites. I started learning about marketing. I hired an online marketing coach to teach me about how to drive traffic. I was paying this guy like $500 a month just to teach me what to do. And then I got a job working in online marketing. I became an online marketing advertising manager for 2 newspapers in LA. And I kept seeing all these small businesses that were struggling. I mean, like just getting ripped off by everybody. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to generate leads. And so I decided to start Website in 5 Days back in 2012 to help the solopreneurs, to essentially get the team of people to help them manage and market their businesses online. And so that's been going really well. I wrote my first book in 2014. It was Amazon 6-time bestseller. I spoke at the thing called Startup Grind. I had my ESPN radio show. I've done numerous radio and online interviews, face-to-face interviews. I also launched the version of Website in 5 Days in Mexico, which we called Website in 5 Dias. I spoke at ONTAD, which is a big conference in Mexico. We partnered with another company called Promo Cave, and now we help them with book launches for their authors. So everything's going really, really well. But the thing that I'm the most proud of is that I became a mentor to this kid named Patrick. And so when I met him through this program called Walk with Sally, it's like big brothers, big sisters, but for people who've been impacted by cancer. So the picture on the left with me and my dog, that's actually the first day that Patrick and I hung out back in 2012. Now he's 17 years old. He just took the SAT last week. But his mother ended up passing away 5 months after we met, December 8, 2012. And so the reason why I do everything that I do is to take care of these kids. And that's the thing that I'm the very most proud of. All right, so let's get into the actual what I want to teach you guys today about the online marketing stuff, which is why you're here. So it's not your fault that you're not succeeding online. This internet stuff changes so fast that it's literally a full-time job. I mean, there are people out there who are online marketing managers, and they're making like $150,000 a year. And these big corporations are paying teams of people to manage their web stuff. So if you're a small business owner, it's almost impossible for you to be able to compete because you have to run your business and do all the day-to-day stuff. And you don't have a lot of time left over to do this marketing and keep up with all the things that are happening. Costs are going up. There's more competition. So it just makes it harder and harder for you to be able to get new clients. So if you've not been succeeding up to this point, it's not your fault. So here are some of the 3 most common mistakes that we see with small business owners, solopreneurs, that prevent them from being able to get new clients. So your first objective with your website is to build trust and establish a relationship with your client. Most of the time, if these people are coming to you and they've never seen you before, then you have to build trust. But even if it's a referral, you need to be able to start to build a relationship and establish the trust with these people. Otherwise, they're never going to call. So one thing that you need to know is that nobody is buying the very second that they learn about you. It just doesn't happen anymore.
I tell people it's kind of like, if you go, instead of like, a lot of people make this mistake in online marketing. They're like trying to sell things all the time. And it's like, you're inviting people to like marry you and they don't even know what your last name is, right?
Right. They say that 3% of people are out who are searching are looking to buy the right this second, or ready to buy right this second. I mean, 97% of people are not ready to buy now. So you need to be able to have a way to cultivate these people and bring them to you when they're ready. I tell my clients that people don't buy when you're ready to sell. They buy them when they're ready to buy. So you need to be there. So one of the big mistakes that people have on their website is that there's no clear call to action, or what we call a lead magnet. So somebody comes to your website, think about them. They're busy. Maybe they're at work. They're doing a search. You need to make it super clear what that person is supposed to do right away. So is it call? Is it download this report? Is it check out my reviews? Watch this video? There's got to be very clear, and you have like a second to be able to get their attention. The other thing is that there's no phone number in the upper right-hand corner. This drives me crazy. You absolutely have to make your contact information visible if that's what you want. If you want people to generate a phone, if you want it to generate a phone call, you absolutely have to have it out in the upper right-hand corner. The third thing, and this is going to go to the person who was talking about how to create compelling content. The content cannot be all about you. It has to be about how you help your clients. People are listening to WIFM radio. What's in it for me? All they care about is how you can help me, how you can solve my problems, and how you can alleviate the pain that I'm feeling now, and so that I don't have to wait a long time. Because I'm in pain now. I want you to help me now. So the content on all your website, blog articles, everything has to be about how you help the clients. So here's how you build relationships with clients. So first question that I have is, do you have a USP? Do you have a unique selling proposition? The USP, if you've never heard this before, answers the question, why should I do business with you as opposed to everybody else out there? So all your competitors, or any option. So maybe another option is reading a book, watching a video, or what people don't think about is your clients might be overwhelmed, and they might just continue doing nothing. So your USP that you have answers that question. Why should I do business with you as opposed to everyone else out there, or any option, including doing nothing? So you want to create and deliver value. I say have a serve first mentality. Give without the expectation of receiving anything back. That really is how you build a relationship. If you've ever taken a course ever taken a course in networking, you always want to get information and figure out a way that you can help the person that you're meeting with. It's not about, oh, I do this. It's no, how can I help you? How can I serve you? So the other way that you build a relationship is you have a professionally designed and dynamic website. And by dynamic, I mean that you are updating it with content that serves value all the time. Obviously, the design, you don't want to have it look like it's from the 90s and, was made by a 14-year-old kid. Because
I tell people this all the time. If you want to have a six-figure income, you got to walk your talk. You got to look the part.
Yeah, there's a statistic that I read recently that 46% of people will judge your business just solely off your website, just by the way that the website looks and functions.
Well, that's what's out there. If you're not in person with somebody, if they don't know you personally yet, that's what they're going to judge.
And then when you have that professionally designed and dynamic website, you establish yourself as the authority in your industry. So this kind of goes into positioning. So how can you be the number one person in your industry? And you want to position yourself on your website and all your marketing as that authority. The other thing is that you want to use video on your website so that people can get to know you and they can get to know how you help people. So, video testimonials obviously very important. Vanessa does a fantastic job with all of her videos that she does. And so that is really how you can start to connect with people on a personal level. I'm sure everybody out there has somebody that they follow on social media that they've never met, but that they feel like they have a connection to because they've watched so many videos. Like Gary Vaynerchuk is a guy. If you guys aren't following Gary Vaynerchuk, you have to watch his videos. I promise you, you watch his stuff for a week, and by the end of the week, you will feel like you know Gary Vaynerchuk. So everybody out there can do it. There's no reason why you can't do video content that connects with people. So how to get more calls. So like I mentioned before, put the phone number in the upper right-hand corner of the website. Make it easy for people to contact you. Nothing frustrates me more when I go to a website, I read the stuff, and then I can't find the contact information. If that happens, most of the time, I'm not going to call. And just so you know, like a lot of the stuff I'm going to say is a little bit redundant because it's that important. So the other thing is you have to have a lead magnet. You have to have something of value that you can give to somebody that, and in exchange for their name and email. So I'll give you an example of a lead magnet that I subscribed to. It was actually a video lead magnet. It was a workout website. And so there was a guy and he's doing bicep curls. Hopefully you know what bicep curls. And the video said, can you spot what this person is doing wrong that is preventing them from having bigger biceps? Guys want to have bigger biceps. And so I was watching it and I couldn't figure it out. I said, okay, I absolutely want to know what he's doing wrong. So I put my name and email in. That guy got me as a lead. So it doesn't have to be a video. It can be a free report. It can be something of value. You want to make it irresistible though. You have to have a lead magnet. Otherwise, you're killing the amount of leads that you can generate from your website. The next thing is creating an email follow-up sequence to build trust and get these touches with people. So let's say that they sign up for your lead magnet. You want to have the email follow-up sequence that gets sent out automatically. Let's say the second day, third day, fifth day, a week later. And if you can send them to your website and put video, then you can really start to build that relationship with people, and you have to get the touches with them. Probably everybody's heard that you need anywhere between 7 to 15 touches with a prospect before they actually become a client. So setting up that email sequence is a great way to get more touches, which will then lead to more phone calls and leads. So here's an example of a lead magnet that we actually created for a client. So he's a financial advisor. He works with people who are at retirement or fastly approaching retirement. So this is a free report, and it says, My Complete Blueprint for Safe, Predictable Retirement Income. So we have this on his website. You put in your name and email. This automatically gets sent to you in a PDF form. And then you also are put into a follow-up sequence that will give you more value and start to develop that relationship with people. All right, the next thing, well, obviously, get a lead magnet for the third time. You want to create that irresistible offer that your clients are dying to get their hands on. So think about the things that your clients are already coming to you for. What is it that they need and what is preventing them from getting that? Build your lead bank around that.
Let me ask you a question, Chris, because I have a
Sure.
lot of clients that ask me this. Is it better that people what's the best? Is it a PDF? Is it a video? Is it an email series? Like, what do you find after, all the lead magnets and all the clients you help? What do you find is really the best lead magnet?
There is no answer for that. You have to test it. So it depends on the clientele. So some people, depending on your clientele, some people might like video more. Some people might like, if it's a younger generation, they might like 45-second clips. If it's older clients, they might like an article, a PDF, or something like that. You really just have to test it and see what's going to work better for you. When you do your online marketing, there's a lot of people out there who will sell it to you like it's a magic pill. It's not. You have to look at it like you're running experiments.
It is.
That's what I tell everybody. You have to be willing to run the experiments and know that at the end of the day, we're going to figure this thing out.
I like that.
So, figure out different, but it's easy to create multiple forms of content. So you can shoot the video and then you transcribe the video, and now you have a PDF. Yeah. You can take the video, you can pull out the audio, and now you have an MP3. You can take the video, you can chop it up into mini bites, 1-minute clips, and now you have a video series. So from one piece of content, you've got 4 lead magnets that you literally don't have to do any work for. I mean, you can go pay somebody to do it. You can get all these things done for probably $200 or less.
Yeah, and that $200 is going to generate, just think, how many clients, right?
Absolutely. I was just talking to a gal right before the call, and we were talking about, a client's worth $4,000. If we invest, $500, $600, $700, $800, and we're netting $3,200, that's a pretty good ROI. I like to see people getting a 6 to 1 return on investment on their marketing. But if you're okay with 4 to 1, you're making the kind of money that you want, then let's go for it.
Yeah.
So the other thing that's going to really help you build trust and get new clients is to have a trust bar. So hopefully you guys have done some sort of media, or you're affiliated with some organizations that will give you credibility. So remember, our number one goal is to establish trust and build a relationship. So this thing, if you can look, there's Dara, this is one of our clients. So you can see as seen on, so she's been very fortunate. She's a kick-ass entrepreneur, pardon my French. So she's been as seen on as NBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox. Boom, instant credibility right there. If you have those 4 logos on your website and you legitimately have been on those on that media, then you get instant credibility. And your competition who doesn't have those, you're already miles ahead of them. So absolutely put a trust bar. If you haven't been on that media, think of associations that you're affiliated with. Maybe you're a Better Business Bureau, AAA rated, something like that. Put some of those logos there that automatically start to establish trust with that person. All right, so here's how you get your website in front of your ideal clients every single day without you guys having to do anything. So you run Facebook advertising to your ideal prospects. Hopefully everybody here has heard of Facebook advertising or has done it themselves. The way that we want to run it is going to be different though. When people go to Facebook, they're not looking to buy stuff. It's like a party. Think of Facebook as a party. You don't want to be that person at the party who's whipping out their card and saying, "Oh, why don't you give me a call? Why don't you give me a call?" You don't want to be that cheesy. I apologize if there's any insurance people on the call, but you don't want to be the cheesy insurance guy saying, "Oh yeah, let me give you a quote. Let me give you a quote." You want to go and you want to socialize and you want to start conversations. So with that in mind, you don't want to run your Facebook ads to your ideal prospects saying, buy my stuff, especially if those people are cold traffic. And by cold traffic, I mean people who have never heard of you before. The way that you want to engage those people is that you want to give them quality content. So Facebook knows everything about everybody. They're not in the social media business. They're in the data collection business. They know how much money you make. They know what kind of car you drive. They know where you live. They know whether you have kids. They know when you went on your last vacation. They know everything. So that gives us as business owners the opportunity to get in front of our ideal clients through their advertising platform. So let me give you an example of something that we're doing for a client. So we have a gal who's, she helps moms stay connected with their kids as they go from being a kid into a teenager. Now, I know that when I was a teenager, I was a big giant pain in the butt. I didn't want to have anything to do with my parents. So what this gal does is she will give you coaching and give you parenting skills so that you can maintain that great, loving environment with your kids. Her ideal client is a mom who has a kid who's under 14 years old. The client makes over 60 grand a year. They're homeowners, and they live in like the Temecula, Murrieta area of California, within about, I think, 45, 50 miles. She does call coaching, but she also does some face-to-face coaching too. So we are running ads promoting an article that says, parenting is not about being perfect, and here's why. And it looks like content, it looks like an article, but it's actually an advertisement. So they see the ad, they click the ad, they go to her website, they get value from the article. It's a fantastic article. I've shown it to a bunch of my friends who are moms. They say this is awesome. Then they have the opportunity to opt in for her offer, which I believe we're testing a bunch more. It's like a 30-minute consultation. She's got a 5-step video seminar, and something else, an ebook, I think. So we're testing those 3 offers. They have the opportunity. But even if they leave, we're still doing this thing called banner retargeting, and you've probably experienced this, where you go online, you go to buy something, you don't check out, you leave, and you start to see ads for that thing like everywhere. Like it happens to me on Amazon all the time.
Especially when I go shopping on like Wayfair.com or something.
Yep.
I see all these like furniture over and over. Yeah.
So everybody can do that. So now her people who've gotten value from her, who didn't sign up for something, are now going to see ads for her in their email, on websites, and then also on Facebook. And in those ads are going to be for an offer where they can sign up for one of her programs, or they're going to be more content where they can get more value and start to establish the relationship more. So then the other thing that we're going to do is create a custom audience, which I know, Vanessa, you're doing right now, where we then take all those people who've come to that offer and we start serving up those people ads just on Facebook. So it's way more strategic, and it's we're getting more touches with all those people who read the ad.
And cost effective.
Very, very cost effective. Because now what we've done is we've taken cold traffic, people who don't know who you are, and we've converted them into warm traffic, which is people that know who you are and have a much more likelihood of buying from you. So now we can start making offers. And
it's a real give before you get. So I'm all about giving before you get. Why? Because it's a law of the universe. You cannot outgive God, source, spirit, the creator, whatever you want to call that. Okay, you cannot outgive. And it's really, the way that it works is the best way, I think, to do business. You give before you get.
I agree 100%. I'll give you another analogy, right? So you go to a bank and you go to open up a checking account. Before you put any money into that checking account, the balance is 0, right? It's the same thing when you meet a client. When you meet that client for the first time, your balance with them in terms of relationship dollars, I call it relationship dollars, is 0. You need to make a deposit into that person with value before you can expect to withdraw anything. Yep. So you keep putting money, you keep putting value into that prospective client, you keep pouring value in, and eventually you will have accrued enough value dollars, relationship dollars, to be able to make a withdrawal in the form of cash. Yep. Now, here's the beauty of this. When you deliver value back to them, when they give you money, you give them the product, you give them a service, and you give them more value. What happens? You replenish the account, which enables you to then withdraw money again. And that's how you turn prospects into lifelong customers. You just keep delivering value, start off with value, withdraw, give them back value in the forms of your product, and then the cycle just continues over and over and over again. Very, very important that you approach it like that. And especially when you're doing your Facebook ads. All right, so here's how you gain instant respect. I've done this myself. Everything that I've done, I've actually done myself. So you write a book. So I've always gone to these conferences and they say, you gotta write a book, gotta write a book, gotta write a book. And so finally I was home sick in bed, and I've always been a relatively talented writer. So I wrote my book in a week. And I started out, here's very important, you start out with an outline. So just like when we were kids, when we're writing reports, you start out with an outline. What's the topic? Here's the chapter topic. Here are my subtopics. Next chapter, chapter topic, subtopics. And then you just go down and you just fill in the blanks, essentially. You know, do 2 to 3 paragraphs for each subtopic. And I banged out my entire book in a week. I could not believe.
You have more than one book, actually. I
have 3 books now. Well, and I've been featured in another one, so I've got 4, I guess. But the first book opened up so many doors. I mean, I was doing the speaking engagements. Like, I got the thing at Startup Grind because of the book. I actually did an audition for Shark Tank. I got past the first round because of the book. You know, basically it just gives you instant credibility. So it's an absolutely fantastic way for you to get that started. I said at the beginning, you know, we partner with this website called Promo Cave, and we do books and marketing and all that stuff too. So we're big believers in books. The formula that we use, that anybody can use, is first you start out with the outline. And this is if you're not a talented writer and you want to be able to get it done quickly. You start out with an outline. Then you have somebody interview you and you record the interview. Then you take that recording and you transcribe it. Then you send it to an editor or ghostwriter. The editor will actually turn your words into a readable book. Then you post it to Amazon CreateSpace, and I mean, super easy, and now you have a book. And then there's marketing that you can do where you can get it to be a bestseller and all this good stuff. And so, I mean, it is fantastic. You don't have
I
to
would say
market
that a book puts you in front of everybody else out there. It's probably, you know, you don't need it to get clients, but I would tell you that, you know, if you had somebody that was looking at hiring you versus somebody else, they're going to hire you at the book. It gives you that much more credibility. It makes you really stand out above the crowd.
I mean, so one of my business partners, he has a logistics company, and he took his company from 0 to they're going to do $180 million this year. Crazy. In 6 years because of the book.
Wow.
So he would send the book out to his prospects, or people would come to his website. They'd request a free copy of the book. It goes out to them, and then he's established as the authority. He brings them in for a tour. They become a client. Yeah. So just to clarify on that, you will never make money selling copies of the book. Best-selling authors don't even make money selling copies of the book. Your book is a marketing tool that you use to get instant respect and to establish yourself as an authority, and it opens doors. Yeah. So
one lady told me that it's a big business card. That's what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here's a secret that I actually learned from the business partner, the $180 million a year business. So the first one is you create video content developed with the relationship with the clients and their referrals, and you send it out to them. So every Wednesday, I do what's called a Video Wednesday. I call it Video Wednesday, and I'm very creative. And I just deliver content. I just send out a video. Tomorrow's actually, I highly recommend that you watch it. It's about the easiest way ever to get testimonials for your website. So I send these videos out, and people will forward them to their friends. So everybody there, everybody on the call can create content, send it out to your email list, and just say, hey, if you know anybody who likes this, share it with your friends. Post it on social media. People will share it with people that they know. It's an easy way to create referrals. Now, the other thing, this is the secret way. When you have a book, you send 10 copies of your book to all your clients, and you ask them to give them to people that you know that might be a good referral. I guarantee you they will not throw away the books. I guarantee you they will give one to every single person that they know, and they will go fast. This is that 10 copies of your book, along with a letter. There's a letter that that we have that if you ask me, we can send it to you. But you attach a letter to the 10 copies of the book. This is the exact way that helped him.
Good idea.
Go from 0 to 180 million. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
If you do that, and now if you're worrying about the cost, like you can get a book printed. You know, my book's 150 pages or something like that. It costs me, with tax, it's about $3.60 a book to print. So it is very affordable to be able to do this. Invest $36 per client, and that will come back to you 10 times over, I promise.
That's what people, this is really an aha to get, okay? Because if your high-end program or your coaching program is $5,000 or $3,000 or $15,000, you know, what's $36? Would you pay $6 to make 1,000? Yes. Even if it was just 1,000, would you pay $36? Yes, I would. Would you pay $100 to make 1,000? Yes. Would you pay $200? Yes. Right? Because you're profiting $800. So this idea of, you know, it's kind of like the lifetime, well, it's not even the lifetime value of your client, but it's what does it cost to acquire a client? This is, you know, an idea, especially for new entrepreneurs or budding entrepreneurs, that is really something you want to get. You know, what would it cost for you to think about this, to acquire a client? Would you invest that? Of course you would.
Yep. And I know it's scary. But trust me, like if you do this, it will come back to you in one way, shape, or form. It will come back to you. That's just the way that the universe works, as Vanessa always says. So here's how you get people to refer more often. So think about, why don't people refer you that much? And it's because they don't ever think about you. People don't wake up in the morning thinking about, how can I refer Chris? How can I refer Vanessa more clients? Remember, they're listening to WIFM radio. The other reason why they don't refer you is because they don't want their friends to get sold. They don't want to come up, oh, why did you refer that person? All they did was try and pitch me to the knife set. You know, like that's the perception that people have about, an apprehension that people have about referring, you know, vendors to their friends. So here's what you need to do. You need to communicate with your clients at least once a week and just stay in contact with them so that they feel like you guys are always engaged in a conversation. It brings the barrier of referral down a lot when you're constantly communicating with them. The other thing is, create a lead magnet that's easy for them to share with their friends and that's not threatening. So moms have tons of mom friends. If you have a lead magnet that speaks to moms and you send it out to your existing clients, then it's very likely that they're going to share that with their friends. And then you can also just put it on social media and that sort of thing. So you need to create compelling and easy, non-threatening ways for people to refer you. The book thing's another way, you know, super easy, non-threatening. All right. So I want to remind you to stay until the very end for your special free gift just for watching. That's everything that I've covered in my presentation so far. Were there any questions that came up, Vanessa, that I didn't answer yet? Because I want to make sure that I get to everybody.
No, so far we're good.
Okay, cool. So, you know, I know that I've covered a lot, and that, you know, most of the people on the call are not technical. If you are, awesome, take this and run. You know, here are some of your options to implement everything that I've taught. It's very easy to do once you have the right team, or if you have the right skills yourself. So, you know, you can go out, you can build your own web team, you can build your website, they're going to manage your marketing and your online presence, they can implement everything that I've taught you. If you had your own team, you know, web designers started around $45,000 a year, web developers $60, $70, $80, $90,000 a year. Very expensive to have your own team, but if you have those resources, I highly recommend that you go out and get those people. You can go online, you can learn every single day. So there's always new stuff to learn. The internet's constantly changing. There's conferences and workshops that you can attend. There's a huge digital marketing conference in San Diego every year called Traffic and Conversion Summit. I highly recommend that you attend that. It's like $750 plus flying into San Diego and staying in the hotel and doing all that good stuff, but worth every single penny. You have to stay educated. You can hire a marketing consultant to help you run all the marketing split tests, manage the campaigns, set them up, give you the reports, all that good stuff. You can hire copywriters to write copy for you, create the lead magnets, create all the blog posts that you're going to need to pull all the content for your website. Or you can learn how to do this all yourself, and you can implement it all yourself if you have that kind of time. I highly recommend, if you have the ability to do all this, then implement it this way. However, we have created a special gold package for Vanessa Simpkins clients and friends, and you'll get everything that we talked about today and the team to help you manage and implement all this for your online presence. And we'll get into that. So first, I want to show you some examples of some websites that we've done. I've already shown you Dara's Kick Butt Entrepreneur. I love her to death. She's fantastic. She's got her business initially was a fitness training business, and now she's transitioning that into also a lifestyle coaching, kind of like all-encompassing, change your life type program for her female clients. I'm so excited about it. She's kicking butt. This is another one of our coaches, Leanne Cannon. She's got the nice trust bar. She's got her offer, another awesome entrepreneur. In terms of like dealing with adversity, she lost her husband within the past year, and she keeps working really, really hard every single day. So these types of people like inspire me. This is website Behaviorally. She is a behavioral scientist or psychologist is what it is. So she works with businesses, helping them to implement psychological changes within their company, both with their team and their clients, to get more business from her. So she's awesome. Maggie, awesome entrepreneur. I was just talking to her earlier. She's going to build this huge coaching business. I'm very excited to see her success soon. This is a fitness coach. Most people would call him a trainer, but his approach is way different. He takes a coaching approach, and we did a lead campaign for him just a week ago, generated, 15, 20 leads for this new program that he's got, and I think he only spent like $200. It was a great campaign. This is another one of our clients. He is a music therapist, and he actually coaches other music therapists on how to get more clients. So you can see his awesome video, great pictures. And of course, we did the website. So here's what I have for you all today. So included in the special gold package offer, we have a custom design and responsive website. So responsive, in case you don't know, is mobile friendly and tablet friendly. So the value of that is $5,000. We've got social media account creation. So if you don't have your social media accounts, we'll set those up for you. If you do have them, well, then we'll create custom designs for all of that. We'll integrate it with your website so that your news feed can automatically show up on that website. If you have Instagram, all those pictures will show up. We will implement the lead capture form and the email follow-up sequence. We'll integrate all that for you. So if you have a lead magnet, or if you don't have a lead magnet or you have an offer, we'll set that up on your website for you. We'll do 2 custom written blog articles for you every single month. So you're creating that dynamic experience for your clients and doing the content marketing, which is going to help you rank the site. Now, in terms of website development support, so like you jump on a webinar, you hear something, you read something, you want to implement it on the website, you have our team to do that for you every single month. You have 4 hours every single month. And here's the best part. If you don't use your 4 hours, they roll over to the next month. So essentially, you are getting 48 hours every single year of time that you can use for us making updates to the website. So like, think about this. How cool would it be that, you hear an idea, you have an idea, you shoot us an email on your lunch break, your lunch hour. You say, here's what I need done. You send screenshots, give us instructions. It goes to our team. The project manager receives it, sends it to the team. We get it done within 48 hours. It's up and running. And all you had to do was think of the idea and send it off to the team in an email or a phone call. The other thing that we'll do is all this Facebook ad lead generation stuff with the pixels and the retargeting and all that. We will set up and manage all of that for you. We will do a 1 hour a month consulting on your funnel and give you online marketing coaching every single month, either with myself or with one of our other coaches. Normally, we charge $500 a month for that, or $500 an hour for that. And then we give you all the analytics reporting so that you can see how many people are coming to the website, where they're staying. And this helps us to fine tune our experiments that we're running. So we always, put our best foot forward, but at the end of the day, the stats are going to tell us what's working. So if people are coming to the website, they're not clicking on that lead magnet, they're not clicking in the right place, we'll have the data to back it up, and then we can start making these tweaks and changes and running our experiments more effectively, and eventually we'll come up with the answer. So the total package value of everything that I've mentioned is $20,400. But today we're going to give you the special for just $149.95 a month with a one-time setup fee of $499. But it gets better. We're actually going to waive that setup fee of $499 so you can get started with everything that I've talked about on this webinar for just $149.95 a month. That's it. One-time payment, or first initial payment.
So this is why, hold on a second. This is why I actually promote Chris to my clients, because when I first got started, little story, okay, I spend $10,000 on a website that I no longer use, and they promise me all this, I'm going to make you passive income, blah, blah, blah. And I dished out all kinds of money. I never even used the website. So for solo entrepreneurs, $149 a month, I'm going to tell you, you're never going to find all of that for anything close to it, all in one roof.
Yeah. And the thing that I say is that, it's not just the website. Coincidentally, that's the name of my book. It's the team of people who are going to help you build this business, because you don't have to go out and you don't have to hire a staff at $300,000 a year.
And then learn how to manage each of these people and have to fire a few of them because they're not doing it the way you want to. You've already assembled the team, and you're basically, giving people the entire team to help them run.
Exactly. So like if you were to piece it all out, I told you that the value is 20 grand, which is a lot of money, but you can get everything for 90% less than if you were to piece it out and try and pull all these services together separately. You also get one point of contact, so you don't have to deal with multiple vendors. You have one point of contact here. It's a turnkey solution for all your digital marketing. And it's not just the website, like I said, it's the full digital marketing team and system for your business. And so we are with you every step of the way. I say my success is tied to your success, and there's nothing that makes me more happy than seeing my clients succeed. And we had a client, she came to me, this is about 18 months ago. She was very much in debt. She was generating $1,500 from her business. And I met with her, and it's just one of those people where she just has such a good heart and wants to help people. And I got to know her story, and I learned that, like the reason why she was in this business is because her father was deported, and she was the first person to make something of her life from an immigrant family. And so she was helping her people. And so we took that story. This was totally out of her comfort zone too. She embraced the story. She started using the story in her marketing. She went from making $1,500 a month. The very next month, she did $30,000. Now she's consistently netting $15,000 a month, maybe even more now. I haven't even asked her. She's got employees, and now she's a part of our book program. And she's just exploded. And this is the dramatic change that anybody can do. Anybody can do it.
So I have a question.
She just took action. Yeah.
She says, if I have Facebook and other social media, will you assist in making what I currently have better, or are you starting from scratch? Question.
Either way, it's up to you. There are some clients who want us to create a separate account, and there are some people who just want us to create, the social media graphics and everything for their existing accounts. It's up to you.
Awesome.
Okay, so there is one huge bonus. Actually, there's two huge bonuses. So those lead magnets that I was talking to you about, those free reports, we're going to create 3 of those for you. We're going to custom copyright 3 lead magnets for you so that you don't have to do it. And now you'll have 3 other free offers that you can provide to people on your website, or you can email them to people, or you can print them out and give them as documents to your prospects in person. Each one of those is worth $1,500. Actually, forgot to change that. So $1,500, $4,500 value. Here's an example. So this is the way that it works. We're going to send you, each one of these is a template. So you get this template, you can print it out, or you can use the Word document, and you just fill in the blanks. We ask you a bunch of questions, you fill in the blanks, you send it back to us, and then we create a really nice cover, and we do the copy. We send it to our copywriters. They're going to copyright everything. And then here's some examples of the lead magnets. I showed you one. Here's another one. 2 examples of lead magnets that we will deliver to you, custom lead magnets done for you. All you have to do is fill in the blanks and tell us what to do. The second huge bonus that I have for you, because every single one of you, especially the coaches and consultants on this call, should have a video. So we are going to edit and create a 1-minute video reel that you can put on your website. You shoot the video, you send us the video, we will edit it, put it together, put in a nice intro, put the graphics on it. Just make it look very, very professional. We're going to do all of this for you for free as part of the bonuses, $1,500 value.
Amazing.
And then on top of it, everything is backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So there's literally no risk. Try us out for 30 days. If your situation changes, or you realize this isn't the right program, or whatever it is, we give your $149.95 back, no questions asked within 30 days. So there's no risk. We also have a redesign guarantee. So when you're with us for 18 months or longer, every 18 months, we will actually rebuild, redesign, and rebrand your website all over for free. We call it our redesign guarantee. The internet's constantly changing. There's new technology, you know, like 18 months ago, this whole responsive, mobile-friendly thing wasn't that big of an issue. Now it's like essential. I guarantee you there's going to be something coming where it's going to it's going to force you to have to redo your website. We will redo the whole entire thing for you for free every 18 months. So big bonus. So this package is only available to people on today's webinar and the people who are going to get the recording later on today. But the bonuses are only going to be available to the first 5 people. And I can't do this for everybody. I'll get to that in a second. So I have some, you know, frequently asked questions. What if I already have a website? So if you already have a website, we will either redo that existing website, or what some people do, we create a whole new website for a specific niche. So if your niche, if you work with several different clients, let's say you have a parenting program, you have one for the dads, you have one for the moms. We create a new niche website specifically just for the moms, because your message is going to resonate way better when you speak to that specific person and how you are the expert at solving their needs. Monthly payments, that's always a question. So it's a 12-month minimum commitment, and then after that it goes month to month. At that point in time, you can cancel anytime if it's not working for you, or you have the redesign guarantee, we can redo the website. The other option that we have is you can do a buyout. So it becomes like interest-free financing. So we take whatever you paid us, we deduct it from $3,500, and you have the website. You can do whatever you want with it. If you hire your own staff, you can have your own team manage it. But either way, you're going to get the website that you need and the team that you need. And it's just $149.95 a month with a 12-month commitment. Then it goes month to month after that.
I love it because back in the day when I first got my websites done, it was like $5,000 just for the website.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had to pay the person more every time you wanted to change or update it. So I love that there's this. I'm so happy that you're offering this really generous offer to my audience, because solo entrepreneurs don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars here and there, but they need the professional look and feel of a really well-designed site.
I mean, literally, just think of us as your team. And so, like, you know, we are here to help you succeed. That's all that matters. Like I wrote out this new, it's almost like a manifesto for our company. And the number one thing is that the only, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that our clients grow their business. That is literally in like our 10 commandments of our company. So, all right, moving on to the next one, because I know we're running out of time here. Who creates the blog articles? We have a team of 17 writers. We have blog posts. So if you don't give us any topics, we'll just create blog posts that are related to your industry, and we'll help you with SEO or content marketing. Otherwise, you give us topics. We do the research. We write the articles. How do you contact support? We have phone and email support. And can you make updates to your own website? Absolutely. We'll actually train you on how to make updates to your own website if you want to. But I'll be honest with you, most people just don't see that as a good use of their time. If you can go out and you can spend an hour and get a $5,000 client, why in the world would you spend time working on the website unless you enjoy it? It's much easier for most people to just send the email, make the phone call, send it to us. Is there anything that isn't included? Yes, the only thing is going to be advertising spend. So whatever you want to spend on your Facebook ads, that's up to you. If you have a $50 budget, if you have a $50,000 budget, it doesn't matter. That's the only thing that isn't included. And what is the process to get started? So the first thing that we do is we do an onboarding call. That's where we get on the phone for an hour. We basically do an interview, and we ask a bunch of questions. It's the same questions we ask everybody. Within an hour-long phone call, we get everything that we need for the website. The only thing that you're going to have to do is go out and find a website or two that you like and that you kind of want yours to emulate. So we do that for 2 reasons. One is we like to do what's called swipe and deploy. We never reinvent the wheel. There's somebody out there who has invested thousands of dollars failing in their marketing. We can leverage their experience for ourselves. So we don't copy them exactly, but we can mimic them and make it your own and cut down a lot of that learning curve. The second reason is that it gives us an idea of what you look for. So this is custom. We want it to reflect you and your unique style. So by finding something that you like, it gives us an understanding for what it is that you like. And we've done just hundreds and hundreds of times. And so, it really helps us to be efficient and get these things done quickly. So let's review the package again. So you're going to get the custom design responsive website. You're going to get the social media account creation, the design, the integration to your website. You're going to get the lead capture form and the integration with your email follow-up sequence. You're going to get the 2 custom written blog articles every single month to help you with the content marketing and get that dynamic experience for your clients. The 4 hours of web design development support every single month with the rollover hours. You're going to get the Facebook advertising, lead generation, setup, and management, where we're going to run the entire Facebook ad campaign that we talked about for you. The 1 hour funnel analysis and online marketing consultation every single month. And then we're going to give you the analytics reporting to show you what's working, what's not. So then we can work together and come up with that winning formula. Then you're going to get, as the bonuses for the first 5 people, you're going to get the 3 done for you lead magnets. And then you're going to get the video reel that we will edit and create. And I'll even help you with the script if you don't know how to script it. Awesome. And so that's a $1,500 value. Total package value, $26,400. And you're going to all this for $149.95 a month, waiving that setup fee, 30-day money-back guarantee. So here's how to get started, because I know you guys are all wanting to know. I can't do this for everybody. So what we do is we have an application. So go to your web browser and put in websiteinfivedays.com/Vanessa Simpkins. And it's the number 5, not the word 5. And there you will find an application. So fill out the application, send it to me. Once I'll look it over and I'll approve you. For the bonuses, I go in, first come, first serve. So this offer will expire tomorrow, June 8th, to accommodate some of the people who are going to be on the recording, watching the recording. So fill out the application, send it over to, I'll receive it, I'll review it. And then once, if you're approved, I will contact you and let you know, and then we can get started.
Awesome.
All for just $49.95.
Yeah, I really want to thank you, Chris, for, waiving the setup fee for people. I know that it's, having that look and feel, I tell you what, having that look and feel when, you really walk your talk and you have this beautiful presence online, this is how you generate clients who pay you thousands of dollars. Whenever I wanted to up level in my business and I wanted to, I was feeling like, gosh, I know I need to charge more, I should be making more money in my business. The first thing I did was invest in a new brand and a new website. It cost me thousands of dollars.
Right.
A lot of people here are asking me, they're like, Vanessa, how much do you spend on your team? Do you spend more than $150? I wish I had this. Now, I only invite people on this webinar series who I think are freaking rock stars. I just would not introduce you. I would not introduce anybody to people unless I thought they were total rock stars. And so, I spent thousands of dollars. Oh my God. And I had to kind of bum around and, fall around and fumble and bumble. So when you have, a team of experts who know how to do it, who do it every day for people, who make their marketing work, or so that you can just focus on what you want to do, it's a no-brainer. So thank you for making this available. This is super extra yummy, juicy, and special for my audience. I posted it here inside the... posted the link websiteinfivedays.com/Vanessa Simpkins. You can apply there. There's a few questions. A lot of people asking questions. I was answering them while you were talking. Somebody was asking, do you use lead pages?
We actually do we personally use ClickFunnels. I've used lead pages in the past. I just like ClickFunnels a little bit better. If you have a ClickFunnels account, we do have ClickFunnels management as well. It's a little bit more. It's like $20 more a month. But then you can apply your 4 hours to your ClickFunnels account.
She just says, thanks so much. I'm glad to be taking you up on this offer. I love all you have to offer.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else that I missed here? Tammy was asking about video. Says that it's a web developer told me that video on a website is a turnoff. Am I hearing you say it's important? Am I correct? And I said, yeah, you need video. Video is the next best thing to being there live.
So, think about it this way, like your clients are super distracted. Your average time on a website is like less than 30 seconds. If you can put a video on the website that keeps them on for a minute 30, or 2 minutes, or drives them to another thing, that's like half the battle. Yeah. You've broken up their distractions. You've captured their attention for a minute, which is huge. And then they get to see you and they get to interact with you, and maybe they get to see some testimonials from clients and all this other stuff.
I tell you, I teach people how to use video because it's powerful. I started my business 8 years ago by doing, I think it was like a law of attraction challenge. I made these videos and I started my, I did all this stuff. And people still find my videos to this day. And they're like, oh, videos, they love it. And you know what happens? I'm going to tell you what happens. People get on the phone with me and they say, I've watched all your videos. I know more about you than you think I know. And they've decided that they're ready to work with me because
we hear that all the time. Even people, because there are people who just use their website as like almost like a business card because they just get so many referrals. But those people even say, when people call me, they're ready to buy. Like they've gone to the website, they've watched my videos, they've read all my content. They're not tire kicking anymore. They're like, let's go. I've gotten everything that I need from your website. Let's go. I mean, how much more enjoyable would your sales process be if everybody who came to you said, I don't really have any questions. I got everything already. Let's sign the deal. Like, here's my credit card. This we all dream of.
We have another question. Someone's asking, do you help with setting up lead pages or ClickFunnels, correct?
Absolutely. ClickFunnels, we absolutely will. Lead pages, I'll look at it. We don't typically do it just because, it's not going to be as efficient, but we can definitely have the conversation.
What people are asking, and this, this is really this is probably number one question. I mean, I work with entrepreneurs who are leaving, a job and who are really looking to take their coaching business and make it a real steady income, not a hobby business, but a consistent cash flow that you can rely, pay your bills, pay your mortgage, buy a house. Absolutely.
I've been there. I've been there before. When I started the company, we had nothing. We started with nothing. I know how terrifying that is.
It's scary, right? But this is the thing that they struggle with the most is like, oh my God, autoresponder, what? How do you put this together? And like, what does what? How does this work? And it's another language.
Yep.
And I mean, I like figuring things out. I'm kind of stubborn that way, but just that in itself, just to set that up in itself is amazing. And so not only are you setting that up for people, but you're also helping them and testing those 3 different lead magnets, which is just rock star.
Oh yeah. So like the consulting, the coaching and the consulting that you get, we'll walk through, we'll tell you exactly what to do, and you create the content and we'll set it up for you. It's that easy.
One other question someone's asking is, what are some of the other things that I might need that may be outside of the $149 value?
Other than the book, really, this is the first step. And once we get this up and we start driving some traffic, then that's going to tell us what to do next. Because everybody's a little bit different. Your market's a little bit different. So we got to get the foundation correct.
And they're going to have to pay for their Facebook ads. You're not paying.
That's what I said. Like one of the things, the only thing that's excluded is the advertising spend. So the budget that they want to use for the Facebook ads, that's outside of the $149 a month. So right now to get started, if you can create a book, if you can write a book, that would be the other thing that I would do immediately. Yeah. Other than doing this program.
And if this is the Tammy I think it is, I'm pretty sure she already is writing her book.
Fantastic.
Christine is asking, what about the domain name and the hosting?
Hosting is included. The domain, you always want to buy that yourself. It's a very cheap investment. I think it's like $18 for 2 years, but that's your property. I've seen other web design companies, they will buy the domain for the client and not tell them, and then they own the domain. And then they hold that client hostage. That drives me crazy.
This is what happened to me when I spent $10,000 on this website. I tell you what, they wanted to take me to court. Oh, that was so bad. It was, whenever I hear entrepreneurs, I'm just going to click it back and tell this quick story. Whenever I hear entrepreneurs tell me, I don't know, like people get burnt, man. They get freaking burnt.
I've been burned 50 times. 50 times.
Right. And so I tell the story, but when I first got started, I spent $10,000 on this freaking company. I don't even use their website. And they own all this stuff, and they own the domain name, and they wanted to sue me if I wanted to use the site, and it was terrible. And I could have stopped my entire entrepreneurial journey right then and there and said, it's a sham. People are out there just to screw you. And people would have validated that, but thank God I didn't. Thank God I didn't. And thank God, Chris, that you're here and you're offering people a completely, very doable way to get the platform and the foundation that they need to grow their business, and very inexpensive. So, thank you.
So I think I want to make sure that I give the offer, because I've forgotten to give my free offer just for staying on the call. So if you email me, I will send you a printed signed copy of my book for free. So you just email me at chris@websiteinfivedays.com. Let me go down. Can you see it? Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep it on the screen. I'll type it in here too.
Yep.
Chris at websiteinfivedays.com. So if they email you, you're gonna.
I'll send you a copy of my best-selling book.
Awesome. So it says, I woke up one morning with the name of my book in mind, but I don't know what it means yet. Lol, LOL. Yeah, it means write it. You gotta do it.
Write it, and then you know what we can do actually is we can run title testing. So you've heard of the 4-hour work week. Vanessa, you probably heard the story where he ran Google AdWords and tested a bunch of titles, and the one that got the most clicks was the 4-hour work week, and that's what he wrote his book about.
That's the smart way to write a book.
We can do the same for the title of your book using Facebook ads, and we'll set up that whole thing for you. We'll title test it for you.
Tammy already said it. I already emailed you. Haha, I'm number 1 on your list of 5.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, guys, Chris, I want to thank you for being here. I want to also respect everyone's time. We're just a little bit over the hour. I would love to see your face though before this whole thing goes.
Me? How do I go back to showing my face?
Sharing. So you go back to, I think, the green.
Stop sharing.
Yeah. There you are. Awesome sauce. Thank you again, Chris, for your amazing, generous offer, for taking the time here today. And really for making it easy for my clients and my audience to have that professional look and feel on that platform. I know it means a lot. So thank you. And thank you for being here. And everyone joining us, my goodness, thank you for being here. I say this every week. I'm going to say it again. 90% of success is just showing up.
Showing up.
Right? When you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when you feel like a failure, when you got 10,000 other things to do and there's kids screaming and it's like, oh my God, the whole world is burning down. But you show up, it needs to be just one idea, one offer that changes your entire life. So I want to thank you all for showing up. Thank you for participating, for all of your comments and your questions. And again, come and find us here live next week. We're here every week and we do amazing, we teach amazing content. I try and share what really is going to help you entrepreneurs really grow your business in the shortest amount of time and create consistent sales, because I mean, business is about helping people and you can't help people unless there's sales. And so what do you need in order to do that? How do you create a consistent cash flow? So we talk a lot about marketing, but also manifesting and sales and all kinds of juicy stuff. So everyone's saying, thank you, Chris.
Thank you guys, you're the best.
Thank you, everyone. My name again is Vanessa Simpkins from TakeYourPowerBackNow.com, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.